Today we are going to be building a contact form with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And then we are going to connect that form to email.js to definitely send our contact form to ourselves and also the user as a feedback. All right, if you are building your portfolio with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, or you're doing some practice project and you need to know how you can send emails while you are doing with vanilla JavaScript. So this video is for you. Let's go. All right, so the very first thing that we need to do is to create a folder. So I'm going to name it contact form JS or JavaScript. And then we are going to open a Visual Studio new window. I'm using Visual Studio for my coding, so you can use whatever code editor that you like. And then we are going to drag this folder inside VS Code. All right, so the next thing that we are going to be doing is to put these two things, the VS Code and the uh, Google Chrome or your browser, it doesn't matter if it should be Google Chrome, in side by side that we can see and code. All right, so how we're going to put that? Let's do that. Okay, I'm going to put this in the left and this one in the right. All right, cool. So let's create our files. All right. Okay. Okay. Here, let's put this code snippet to generate an HTML5 code snippet. Contact form JS. All right. So right now it's time to link our CSS. Okay. And it's been linked like this. And then to import our script like this. That's it. So we could link our CSS and script.js. How we understand this? So right now, let's first run this index.html file by opening it with live server. You can open it with going to your uh, directory, to that directory and clicking and open it in the browser. But with the live server, it creates a server with a hot reloading feature that, after that, whenever we are opening this inside this live server, after that, whatever change that we bring to the website, for example, here I'm going to add a heading one of hello, then it automatically shows up on the right side on the browser. Okay, so this is what the live server extension gives us. You can search live server extension and that's it. So okay, so right now we connected our CSS and script.js. How can we understand it? Let's go to the CSS and put the background of the body to be red. And see, yeah, it works. So it means that it is already connected. Okay, we are not going to be doing that. And in the script, how we are going to see that, we are putting an alert hello, and yeah, you see that hello content. So it means that both of them are connected. So now everything is good to go. Let's move on. The very first thing that we need to do, guys, here is to create a container, because we're not going to put our contact form to be as wide, but we're going to put it like this in the middle. Okay, so first of all, we're going to create something called container. Okay, oh, sorry, not container, should be class, should be container. And inside that, we are going to create a form, and the form should be contact dash form like this. Okay, so okay, so right now what we're going to be doing inside the form is to have a heading one, okay, a heading one, contact us, something like this, and then a paragraph, okay, and then a paragraph. I'm going to copy just the paragraph. I have already put it in the other window. Yeah, okay, so this is it. And then underneath that, we are going to be creating a div And we are going to put the class to be input dash group. And inside here, we're going to put a label and an input. Okay, a label and an input. I'm going to get the help from chat from this AI, GitHub Copilot. I just forgot its name for a while. Okay, and this is it. Another thing is like we're going to create two more. The first one is for name. The second one is for email. And the last one is for description. Okay. You can say description or message. Better to say message because this is a contact form and this should be a message of the user. Okay. And this should not be this time. This should be text area, guys. Okay. Text area with rows of around 10 rows. It's going to be good. Why it's like this. And yeah, so basically the ID and the name should be name. It's not good. Name should not be name. We're not going to be using that name too much, so we will put it like this. All right. Cool. Text area is not an enclosing tag. Okay. I guess so. Yeah, it should be good to go, right? Yeah. So yeah, you see that we have a contact form and we are going to add some styling to this. First of all, let's put for all of them to be required. Okay. Let's put it here, here, here. Required. Each of them is required. Okay. And the last thing that we do here is to put a button with the type of submit and send. That's it. And the style.css, I've already prepared a style. I will just copy and paste it, and then I will talk to you guys what each of that is. Okay. So yeah, right now you see that as soon as I applied the style, it has become like this. See, it has become like this. The only one part which I forgot right here is this contact wrapper because what I did was in here in HTML side, we have a form, right? On top of form, I've already put this way. Let's do so. And let's put it contact wrapper to get the background color, because this way it's not getting its background color. So I'm going to put that to get its background color, and then the shrinking should be at the middle. So right now you see that the UI looks way better than what it was. And for this button, it should have a class name of button. Yeah, you see? And that is it. That is it. Okay, so I'm gonna go and like a little bit and tell you what is going on in the style side. In the style side, we have some this background color for this car. We are putting the font size, the body, some style like what is the font family and the default font size, and this margin and stuff. For all of the components, the box sizing is border box. If you don't know what it is, just search about it, like the box sizing, what is box sizing. And then for the headings, we are putting it to be like bold, and and also no margin and padding by default. And the next thing is the paragraph also no margin, no padding. And our container, which is 1200 pixels, like here and here, something like that. Our container, if you want to see that, let me give it a border of 1 pixel, solid green, and you see that that is the border. You see, this is the container, and inside container we are putting that card wrapper. So I'm not gonna do this. Okay, we have got a card wrapper, and with the card wrapper we are just putting this, and just like maximum weight, the margin, it should be centralized, the background color and some padding, border radius, and also the flex to like put everything in a column like this. Looks cool. All right, so that's it. And also we have contact form, which the form itself in from here to here to be 80%, okay? To be 80%. I guess it is not applied or applied. Let me make sure myself. Yeah, it was not applied and right now it's applied, okay? The contact form. If we put this two above from that, it will look way better like this, okay? All right, cool guys. And then we've got our input group with some styling, the labels to be like block, and then the input and text area to have some like padding, not to be that little thing with the transparent background. And then the button you're seeing right here, the send button with the background of transparent, the background of gradient, linear gradient as you're seeing. And yeah, so cool. And then here we've got some other classes like alert, alert height, show, and something about the alert. What is the alert, guys? The alert is something that we are going to show after interacting with this component. Like, you know, we sent our message successfully, then on that time there should be an alert showing up right here. So what we're going to be doing is that we are going to add an alert right in here. So in the top part of the form, in this position, we are adding this alert, and the alert is not showable. Let me just show it to you. Yeah, you see that is the alert, and it will take some like text inside it. But right now it's hide, and we are applying hide alert class on top of it. All right, so we are good with our styling. Let's move on with our JavaScript. So what we are going to be doing with email sending, we are using a library called email.js. Email.js, login. And you see that I've already gone through that and I've seen how it works. So what you need to do is to create an account. So I've already done this. I'm going to go inside. So the very first thing that you need to do, guys, is like create an email service. It doesn't matter if that's Gmail or if that is other services. We have some personal service and transactional services that here you can use, like SenseGrid. You can use like Zoho, Outlook, whatever you have. Just use it, right? And right here for me, what I did is like I just, you know, added this Gmail for this account of mine, and that's it. That's all. And the next thing that you need to do is create a template for yourself. So what is template? Basically, template is the email that you're sending to the user. So the first template that we have here, guys, you as a user come to my website and then you are contacting me. So after that, I will give back a thank you email to you, the thank you for contacting me. I got it, your message, and we'll contact you soon. Something like this, guys. Okay. So what it actually is, this template has some sort of dynamic places. Anywhere that is dynamic will be placed like with this two curly braces. For example, here the to name, reply to, user email. These are things that are dynamic and will be passed from our code. Okay, and the other thing is just static. Okay. So this should not be that. So let me edit content. The edit content can be done with the design editor or code editor. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the code editor. And you see that I've already applied some background. I don't think so if it works. So I'm gonna just remove that, and without design it looks better. Okay, and that's it. Okay, all right, guys. So right now in this video, we are gonna be just sending one, but you can send it like one to your user and one to yourself by just creating a new template, okay? So let's go to its documentation first. This is the email.js documentation, and how it works, guys. We come to this in SDK installation and with the browser script, because we are using vanilla JavaScript, so basically we need our browser script, okay? So the very first thing is that we will grab this first script and we'll put it before our script, guys, before our script, because this first should be loaded and then this code should be we are able to run it, okay? The next thing is that we are going to grab this function from here, this function call, and we are going to put it inside our JavaScript file. So how? Like this. And then we are going to just write a comment, initialize email.js, something like that. This should be our public key. This should be our public key. So the very first thing I'm going to be doing in the top is to write down my constants. Okay, one of my constants is const user public key. Okay, all right, so come to here and click on your name, and you'll see this is our public key. This is my public key. You'll find your public key here. Try not to use mine because I'm going to dismiss after this recording this video. Okay, all right, so we're going to put this. After that, we need to have two more, const service ID. Okay, service ID, not server ID. What I'm doing? Okay, and template ID. You see, service ID and template ID. If we come back to here, you'll find this is our service ID. I'm gonna copy that and put it right here. And for the template ID, you need to do the same thing. Okay, this is our template ID. So this template ID is for sending user. Okay, template ID, I'm going to say template ID user to differentiate it. Okay, if you have more than one template, then it should be differentiated. Okay, so right here, we are going to put, instead of this string, we are going to put user public key. Okay, and that's it, guys. That is it. That is it. Oh, what is the issue here? Let me just come back a little bit. Yeah, user public key. Yeah, everything looks good right now. So let's do some more work. So what we're going to be doing next is that we're going to grab all these form and these information like name, email, message inside our JavaScript. I've already done that, so just I'm going to copy it because it's going to take a lot of time. Just writing. I will explain it what it is and how it works. Okay. We're going to get our form with contact form, and inside form we're querying for the name, for the email, and for the message. Let's go and see if those are existed. Okay, name. For the email, this should be email, guys. And this for also should be email. This should be message. Okay, and this for also should be message. Come back to here, you see message, email, and name. That should be good to go. And then we've got a submit button, which you're seeing here, which is a class name of button. And then we have got an alert, which is this alert. Okay. So we have everything here. I would say like elements to have a separate code for that. And then we are saying event listeners. So for the form, we are adding an event listener form dot add event listener submit. Okay. We are adding an event listener for the form, which is submit. The first thing first we're going to be doing is like e.prevent default. We are preventing the default behavior of form submission, which is the reloading of the page, okay, and sending that params to the URL. That's how it works. Okay, so the first thing that we did is that, and whenever we are clicking on this in here, this button should be disabled and it should show loading, okay? So the button, submit button that disabled is true, and then submit button dot inner HTML should be sending, guys. Should be sending. And the next thing that we need to do is to create a function to actually send message, okay? And we can see that what it is in here. This is the how we are going to send email.js, send, service ID, template ID, and template prompts. That is the function that we need. So I've already wrote this function with the sending email to the user. I'm going to copy that and bring it right here. Yeah. So you're seeing email.js send email. This is a function that I wrote, and it gets data, that what data is going to be sent, and the template ID. The service ID is already the service ID, okay? And then send email to user, because you might need to add like, more and more. Send email, one email to user, one email to yourself, because you also need to know like who contacted you, okay? So first of all, send email to user. This is the template params based on here. If you come to this template, you see that this template asks us for to name. This is to name, user email. This is user email, and this is reply to. This is reply to. Reply to is just, an email that you can put it. And whenever the email has been sent, the reply to will show up on that email side, okay? The user can reply to that. And after that, we are calling this email.js with the template params, this one, send email user template, which is this one, template ID user. I'm going to just put it like this, and that is it, okay? All right, so we have this ready, and underneath this, we're going to call this, okay? All right, guys, so the next thing that we need to do right here is to grab the value of this form, email, and the name, okay? The value of them. So I'm going to say const name is equal to name input dot value, and const email input dot value. So the next thing is that I'm going to console.log, and I want to see the name and email is properly there, okay? The name and email is properly there. So right here, I'm going to open the inspect, and let's put this inspect down, okay? And the console like this. All right, so there is an error in the console that says that the form.addEventListener is not a function. Why? There should be a reason for that, okay? Yeah, it's solved. There's just one issue here, that I didn't put this semicolon right here. Sometimes programming gets this sort of tricky. Okay. All right, so good. And we are gonna just, put some information like my name, my email, and just some message, and then let's do that. Let's send it here. And you're seeing that I got the name and email right in the console, okay? So let's do that, okay? Let's do that. In here, I'm gonna put a try and catch block. You're already familiar with try catch, right? And in here, we're gonna call that send email to user, okay? Await send email to user. Okay, await doesn't work. Why? Because this function that we are calling await, this send email to user as an await, is not an asynchronous function. So let's put an async before this parenthesis, okay? So now it works. Now it waits for this function to be completed. And after that, when it's completed, it means that it's okay. Everything looks good, okay? So what we can do is we can put something like this: alert element dot class list dot add. We're going to say alert dash success, and we're going to send alert dot inner html to be email sent successfully. And we have another thing called finally. In the finally, I'm going to put our disable to false, and then the button to be back to send, okay? That is pretty much everything. And in the catch, we are putting like alert, the class name alert to danger, and email to be failed. The email sending is failed. And now everything should be good. Let's try it. Let's give it a try. So I'm gonna put my another name like Zach, something like that. And the email should be, let's put in an email that I can test with it. My email. It's a pretty long email. Okay, and here, hello, my friend. And let's see in the network tab that API call. You see the send API call? Yeah, and it's already sent, but that alert is not showing up right here. That alert is not showing up. How we're gonna do that? Here we have added the alert success class, but we didn't add the show alert class. This one. We need to add it. Okay. Class list dot add show alert class as well. For this case as well. Okay. All right. So cool. Right now, if I do so, also one more thing that we need to do in here is that to say name input dot value should be this and this and this. Okay, all of their value should be empty as well. So let's give it a try again. Let's give it a try. So I'm gonna open that email of mine to show you guys the result. Okay. Yeah, if you're seeing this, this is coming from there. I will delete it and let's come back and do another one. The name right here is going to be Mike, and the email, I'm going to type this email of mine again. Hello from Mike. Okay. And you're going to send it. And you see, yeah, email sent successfully. And that's it. And right now, if you come to here, you see that you got an email, your inquiry at Baqir portfolio. And this is, hello, Mike. Thank you for contacting, something like this. All right, so that's for this video, guys. Hopefully you liked it. If you like it, please subscribe to my channel and give a thumbs up. And thank you for watching. I will see you very soon. Happy coding. Bye.